Hi, welcome back. Rob in the shop. What we're going to try and do today is for a start, we're going to try and soften this sprocket. These are two sprockets off a motorbike and they are really hard. If I can find my file, as you can hear, that is quite hard. We need to soften one of them, not the other. And so we're going to warm them up, cherry red a bit above, put them on the stove, let them cool down real slowly, or let it cool down real slowly, and then probably do that 3 or 4 times to try and bring it back to a soft state. This will be high carbon steel, I would imagine, probably 1% or something like that carbon. So it will be quite hard. So hopefully, and then we need to machine the centre out of it. So we're going to try and machine the centre out of it, and then go over to Al's tonight with his shaper, and we're going to cut some splines in it. So hopefully, as you can see, that's a PTO shaft off a tractor. We're going to try and fit that on there. What we're trying to do is make a drop plate for one of my tractors. The PTO is far too high, so when the machine's on it, it collides with the machine framework. So we need to make a plate. So we're going to have a drive here, and then the pump's going to go on the bottom. So the PTO on the tractor will be here, the pump will be down the bottom, so we're going to drop the pump down probably about 11 inches. That's the plan. I don't know if anybody's done it before, but I'm going to give it a go. It's the only way. I normally have the machine on a Ford. On a Ford, they're a far better tractor. If anybody's out there thinking of buying a tractor as a hobby or anything like that, Fords are far more simpler. This Leyland 272, the geometrics of the hydraulics, the 3-point linkage, is it's always a trial. The PTOs are always too high and totally in the wrong place. So when the length of the PTO shaft has to be different to every other tractor, and it's very awkward. But anyway, let's see if we can heat this steel up. What I'm going to do is heat it up, and I'm going to put it on the stove behind me. Let it cool down really slowly. Because if we bring it down fast, we're going to make it hard again, and we don't want that. So through that state of hardness down to the hardness down here in a graph, we want to stay in this top curve, in this soft curve as long as possible, and that'll bring the temper down the steel. So we're going to heat it up with oxygen acetylene. Then I'm going to pop it on the stove and just let it cool down slow. We've got some more things to do. We've got plenty to do today, so we're going to get on with that, and then I'll probably do it a couple of times. We'll see how hard it's going to be. Okay, so let's get at it. As you can see with oxyacetylene, right, we'll pop it on the stove and let it cool down really slowly. Once it's cooled, we'll try it again. Right, what we're going to do is try and make some V-blocks, because I need to punch on the press here a pin out one of the PTOs, but it won't punch out. So what we're going to do is, I haven't got any V-blocks, so I thought, well, I may as well make some. So we're going to make a couple of V-blocks out of this. This is some steel I have. It can be super hard or either way, so I'm going to have a go at milling it. So we're going to mark in about 1/4 of an inch, put a V in here, and then we'll cut them off, and we'll probably make a couple of them. So what we're going to do is put it in the mill at a 45-degree angle like that, and then mill across them. That's the plan, and we'll end up with a 45 degrees. So what I'm going to do is mark in about 1/4 inch. Oh, sorry. And this will be the side of the if you can see that. And we'll go from here at a 45-degree angle and we'll mill down. So I'll try and draw on this side the 45 degrees. I'll mark this side as well just a little bit so I've got a starting point. Your bluing could be better. Oops. It'll give us a rough guide, it doesn't have to be perfect. But we're not going to go all the way to the bottom, obviously, because it would fall in half. So if we go up probably about .3/8 of an inch, say. Something like that. Right, that's roughly, you can see that, that's roughly what we're going to take out. So we'll take that V out and that'll give us a V block. That looks quite a wide V to me. We might stop a little bit short up here. We'll see what it's like. So let's get it set up in the mill and see if we can start. What we're going to do is put it in the mill, 45-degree angle, and then come down here with the mill and just mill it out and see how it looks. Change it to 1/2 inch. Yeah, that looks better. It's a bit thicker here. This area is going to be a bit thicker, a bit stronger, and yeah, that'll look better, I think. So let's go set up in the mill, see what happens. Right, okay, what you can hear is a coolant pump running. We're going to put this in at a 45 degrees, like that, enough to miss the, just turn there, enough to miss the vise. We don't want it stuck out too far because we don't want to lose our rigidity. Now as you can see, we're going to come in at a 45-degree angle here, and we're going to mill this section out down to this line, and that'll give us a 45-degree angle on there. So let's see if we can sort a milling cutter out and go from there. Right, okay, we're at 45 degrees, and now what we're going to do, through simple maths, trigonometry, don't be scared of it, what we're going to do is we're going to find the centre of this. So our measurement is from here minus 250 thou to here, so we want to measure from here to here. So we've got that measurement written down, so we're going to set off with the edge of the milling cutter here on this line here, and we're going to move in halfway through trigonometry. So trying to work around the camera, what we're going to do, and of course it has to be in the way, sorry boys. Try again. We're going to move from this line, so I'm going to put the square on this line and square the end of the side of the milling core up. So if we're bang on that line, and I bring the cutter over. Right, now it's something like, right, okay, so the edge of the milling cutter is basically here on this line here. So what we're going to do through trig, from this measurement to here, we're going to move in halfway, which is halfway on this line here, and then we can start milling in using our measurements. So let's just go have a look at the maths. Right, okay, we know the distance of the triangle is 2.077, so we're going to divide that by 2. So we divide 2.077 by 2 and we get 1.0385. So that's where our starting point is going to be. So we need the cosine of 45 degrees because we're working at 45 degrees. So to find the cosine of 45 degrees, you can look in the machinist handbook, it's in there, or a trigonometry book, and it will tell you the cosine of it. We're going to do it on the calculator. So we want 45, and the cosine button is this one here. So the cosine of that is 0.7071. There's plenty more to go to, but be honest with you, 0.707 is good enough. Okay, so what we're going to do to find that side of the triangle, don't forget we've got the 45 degrees of the triangle, we've got that, and we've got the measurement we need. So all we need now to find is the distance halfway between that measurement. So if we clear that, it's awkward working around the camera, we want 1.0385, and then we're going to times that by the cosine of 45 degrees, which was 0.7071. Okay, so if we move in 0.734, that should give us the centre. Let's go again. Right, we'll zero the DRO, and we're going to move in. I'll just move it to the back so we don't crash. Now we're going to move in from this line, and I forgot the figure, and that should bring us halfway. .734. Right, that now should bring us bang on halfway here. So what we're going to do then is mill 0.734 in here and 0.734 from here down, and then that will get us a perfect triangle. Right, let's start milling. That's running about 550 RPM. Quite a slow job, so I'll bring you back when I get a little bit closer. I'm just working in sort of 50, 60 thousandths at a time, and I'm winding it in by hand on the Y axis. So on the Y axis I'm winding it in and out. Okay, I'll just bring you back on the DRO, on the knee, which is going to be this one here. It needs to be 7343. Just a little bit too high. Right, so that then will get us on the line. And there's water everywhere. Right. As you can see, 7343 has brought us straight on there. That's just using simple trigonometry. Now what we've got to do is go 7343 that way, and that'll meet us up to that line there. So when I get a little bit closer, I'll bring you back, and then you'll see what the V-block looks like. Looking good. Now for the grinder.